So I'm going to talk about some of my zinnias that I planted. I have some cupcake pink zinnias and some Lilliput mixed zinnias planted all on January 1st of this year. As you can see, the two different types have definitely germinated at different rates. I have like maybe 20 over here and like 100. So I'm definitely going to need some more containers because right now I have about, I don't know, 20 little slots. So I'll work on this side to begin with, and on my plate here I have the rest of the cupcakes, so I have to make some tags up for those too. So here's my container. I've poked little holes in them, filled them with soil. I used Pro Mix, watered them down in the sink, and I let it drain. And it's in a two-piece kind of tray, so if it leaks a little bit, and then I'll put it on another tray because, as you can see, I've already got water all over the place. So I put my Corazai in the holes and some beneficial bacteria. This is the stuff we've been using. You can use any kind you want. These are just the two different types. They're helpful for roots and uptake of nutrients. You can get all different kinds. You can get them online. You can get them at local stores. But I find that they work great. So I'm going to take the little plants. I'm going to fill them into the holes. My goal is to fill 12 of them. Just pushing them in, of course, and just supporting them. I'm going to need to get some more dirt in there afterwards. A couple I thought they were a bit smaller than they actually are. I guess I really should have done this probably last week, but oh well. Hopefully they'll be good fine. So I'll get this tray done, and then I will work on the next color. Okay, it's a couple weeks later, and the zinnias have obviously grown quite a bit. There's a few that didn't make it, and I just replanted them. There's a few empty cells. There's one in here, and there's a few over this tray, and there's a couple over here. As you can see, there's a few that kind of I must have overseeded, and those all sprouted together. I'll have to thin those out after. So my goal is I'm going to see how this goes. I've never planted them actually inside. Last year was our first year putting them outside, and I planted about, I don't know, I'll guess 1,000 seeds, and I think I had about 12 sprouts with 12 tiny flowers. So I guess it was a win, but not really. So this year we're doing them indoors, and I'm going to top all these off with the hopes to see if I can get some branching coming out of them. As you can see on these back ones, there's even a couple flowers that have popped. Those are going to be chopped off. And let me show you these. Here's another one. Here's our trusty sprayer we just got. Any brand name. I mean, personally, I think they all break down in a couple of years, so choose whatever makes you happy. I don't go by brand. And these are the seeds I got. I think they're growing pretty well. And like I said, there must still be about 2,500 in here. I thought it was a great idea to buy a lot, So my next thing is I'm going to cut all these down, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, we topped them all off, and I took them down to basically the first set of true leaves, unless some of them were kind of wonky, which some of them are. They were kind of a little wilted, so I went to the leaves right directly above that with the goal that they'll branch afterwards. And the only thing I could compare it to was last year's when I said the 12 seedlings sprouted. They were really spindly, and so I read about them, and you can cut them back, so that's what I've planned to do. So I'm just going to finish watering these because we replanted any of the empty cells with new seed, with the idea that, those will sprout in the next couple weeks, and we can just do the same. So we'll check back in a couple weeks, see how all these other ones are growing, and we'll take some pictures then. All right, happy growing.